Okay. Well, I started last time, so I'll let one of you guys start.
Okay, what's up, Nabs? It's Platinum CDX, the Dragon Xtreme, and welcome to another Dragon Ball Xenoverse discussion with Dr.Love and BlackSuperSaiyan and everything Anime Z.
But it is.
Alright, well, I guess I'll go second. What's going on, guys? This is Dr.Love 307, and as you already said, I'm with these other guys, so I'll let them introduce themselves as well.
You can go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I guess I'll go first. What's up, guys? Mr. Buttersmooth back again, and these guys are really awesome. So I'm gonna leave their channel links in the description. I didn't get to post the last video, but you can catch it on Platinum TDX and Dr. Love 307's videos. But yeah, more Dragon Ball Xenoverse talk.
So,
Right.
the recent news with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, how do you guys feel about that?
That made me so bad. That was stupid. Like, honestly, I mean, it honestly could have been worse, but the fact that they chose him, the only reason why it was bad, though, is because Super Saiyan 4 Goku is already in the game,
Yes.
but when it comes to Vegeta, they choose for him to be DLC. Like, dude, I don't think they understand and realize how dumb of a decision that really is.
And what makes it even worse is like 2 or 3 weeks before that, we actually found his character data in the network test. So that proves to us that even early in development, he was already in the game. So, yeah.
Yes, and what makes it
Exactly.
For me, what makes it worse, besides the fact that he was already, Goku's already in the game, is the fact that they chose him out of all GT characters to be pre-order bonus when they could have chosen someone like Omega Shenron or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, for example. He doesn't have to be in the game. But
Exactly.
I would have been perfectly fine if they released a GT battle pack as the pre-order bonus. Say for example, like Baby and stuff.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel. Like, honestly, if Goku and Vegeta were the DLC, I wouldn't have minded it. That wouldn't have been bad. But
yes,
that's basically like adding Goku in the game and not adding Vegeta. That's actually literally what they just did. But for GT, like he's one of the main characters in the series. Like, that'd be like for the Frieza saga, adding Kid Gohan but not adding Krillin. Like, you just don't do that.
I would much rather prefer them add like a what if character that we really don't need. Like, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, where you're saying like some other GT character like Omega Shenron being pre-order bonus. I mean, that'd be fine too. But I would rather it be like someone that either hasn't been in a console game, like maybe like Adult Go Tanks, or even people from Raging Blast 2, like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or Super Saiyan 3 Broly or something. I would have rather it been that than Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, especially when we just seen that Goku was announced for the game. Well, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then a few days later you come out and say, oh, to get Vegeta, you have to pay us money, or you have to pre-order the game. It's kind of stupid.
Yes, that's what killed it a little for me.
Yeah, it killed it a little.
Especially since, like, they could have just done, because they already released Goku, right? They showed the screenshot of him. They could have left Super Saiyan 4 a surprise, like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta a surprise, and instead of making it a GT battle pack or Vegeta, they could have done a what if battle pack like Super Saiyan 3 Broly and Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Broly and maybe like Adult Go Tanks, like you said, and they could come out with DLCs like that once a month or so.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to keep the game fresh.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Like, I don't think that Bandai Namco truly understands how hyped people were for this game and how much money they were already going to make. Like, I'm pretty sure that they would have made at least, if not the exact amount, really, really close, if not maybe even more amount of the money that they would have made if they didn't make Vegeta a DLC. Like, because they know that all the hype that's going on for this game, like more than half the people are either going to pre-order it or get it on day one edition. So like, why would they add this? Like, because they do know that there's some of those fans out there that are like, oh, well, you know, this person's not in the game, I'm not going to buy it. Or this one person's in the game, I'm going to buy it. So like, if you would just keep everyone happy and just add them in there, you know everyone's going to buy it because it works out for everybody. But then pulling up crap like this just kills it for some people. And they think they're going to get more money from the pre-orders, but they're making less money from the people that aren't gonna buy the game because either they can't pre-order it or they just, you know, they just don't care anymore.
There are also going to be those people that are going to try to make a statement and not pre-order the game on purpose.
Yes.
That's true.
Although I don't see why they would do that, because that's pretty.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
I've seen someone say that.
Just to close up on this section to save time, I was gonna pre-order the game anyway, but it was really heartbreaking when I found out that Super Saiyan 4 wasn't gonna make a cameo in this game unless you pre-order the game or get the day one edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. I was already planning on pre-ordering it, but when they said that, I was like, I'm still pre-ordering it, but you made me a little less excited to pre-order it. You know? Like, I feel like I have to now.
Yeah. They took an important part of the game out. And I wonder, like, that makes me wonder a little how they're going to do a GT story arc without, like, for the people that don't have it. Maybe, if you download the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you could, like...
Yeah, like an extra mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But what would make me even more mad is if Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's already in the game. Yes. Like, if they were to do that, I would be, like, extremely pissed off because you can't make Gogeta or Vegeta without Vegeta and Goku. So why would you make one of them you have to download?
Yeah.
While we're talking about... Go ahead. What? Oh, okay. I got it.
What? Who's one?
While we're talking about Gogeta and Vegeta and all, let's talk about how how they're gonna implement fusions. Do you guys think they're gonna be like separate characters, or are you gonna be able to fuse in game? And if it is in game, how would that really work with no cutscenes?
See, I think what I think would happen is you could either select them like Raging Blast 2. You could select the characters, like the fusion characters by themselves, or either you would have to do a team battle and fuse. That's what I would like that, because it would add more strategy, and it would add more of a factor like, hey, I better go get Trunks, or I better go get Gotenks. I mean, Goten, not Gotenks. Jesus, I better go get Goten so I can fuse. So it would.
I see that.
Yeah, it would be a little bit better if they did that. But also, yeah, how are they gonna fuse without Q2E cutscenes?
That's true, but I think I said this in one of my videos or not. I don't know for sure exactly. I might have. I feel like I did. But anyway, I feel like since everything's going to be real time, I'm a little concerned about how this will work with time management. But are they going to make it where you have to fuse real time as well?
That would be cool.
Like, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Because I know with the Ultimates, I don't know if this is going to be present in the full game, but it should be. I mean, I don't see why not. But if you try to do an ultimate that actually took time to, you know, charge up, say like the volcanic eruption, right? Yeah, something like that. If you got hit with a super or an ultimate, you could not, you know, like guard against you. You took the damage. So if they do fusions real time, are you going to be able to get hurt doing that? Because that would make fusion a like big disadvantage.
Yeah.
I think it should be if everything's gonna be real time. This game might be a flop for DBZ fanatics.
Yeah, for the people that just want to, you know, not really have like good, you know, really good fighting game and sacrifice some things to have that. Or the people that just want to, you know, relive DBZ, you know, they're gonna be disappointed with some of the stuff that's in this game.
Yeah, but I'm also questioning it too because if you guys remember in the trailer when it showed Goten and Trunks fusing, it looked like it was a cutscene, but I can't really tell because some of the moves that look like they may be cutscenes, they just zoom in on their face and then they do the animation, but it's still all real time. So I just want to see how they're gonna do it. But if it is real time, then I'm wondering how. If it's not real time, then either they're just gonna fuse before the fight, or I just don't really know how to go with that.
I think that if they're gonna do it like real time, they could have it be real time, but it'll be sort of like it'll be unbalanced because the people who are refusing, they'll lose a character most likely.
Yeah.
And
Like,
also,
so,
like, just like, is it confirmed that there are no Q2E cutscenes? Like, is it straight confirmed, or is it like speculated?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's confirmed. In the Shonen Games interview, they were asking him if there were any QTE cutscenes at all. He said no. Like, there are none.
So what exactly does Q2E mean?
It means like,
Like,
quick time.
How do I explain it? Like Ultimate Tenkaichi gameplay, you know how like you would like press something, it would activate a short cutscene in mid battle, and then you did something else and it did a cutscene. Like it's like cutscenes mid battle. Like burst limit like Ama pieces.
Oh, so something like say for example Meteor Smash and Raging Blast 2 where you have to press the buttons. Would that be considered?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like
so what if it's just you press the combination of buttons or whatever, and Trunks comes to you, and you say, for example, there's a barrier around you or something. I don't know. I'm just making shit up at this point.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna do the fusions as like separate characters as themselves, because I really can't really think of any way without a cutscene that it would actually be like balanced within the game.
Yeah, but also what I'm thinking though is how if let's say that the fusions work like perfectly, like how like they actually work a lot better than we think they would in the game, and they end up working like they're freaking awesome. How long do you think you'd be able to fuse? Because if you guys remember in the Dimps games, when you fused, unless you were like Vegito, if you were like someone with a fusion dance, you didn't fuse for very long. So like how long do you think you would be able to fuse?
30 seconds?
Yeah, it was like 30 seconds. It really wasn't long.
I think the fusions are going to work. If they do it like that, I think the fusions are going to work as transformations do, where you have, however much yellow bar you have, and over time it's just going to go down, and once you hit 0, just like transformations, you just unfuse.
So what do you guys think of the transformation thing? Do you think it should be like Budokai 3, or do you like it like the burst limit? Where you have burst limit.
I like it how I'm a little I actually really like how they're doing it in Xenoverse, because it's a combination of using skill, but it's also mixed with how it was in the show, because I forgot who it was. It was one of the Saiyans, but they said transforming, even though it gives you a huge power boost, it has like a huge strain on the body depending on which form you are transformed into, and that's kind of like how it does in Xenoverse. And I remember also in Budokai 3, I forgot if it does that in Burst Limit or not, but when you transformed, like your ki would go down slightly, but if you were like in your base form, it would just stay where it was, and depending on your transformation, depends on how fast it goes down. So like, I like how it's doing that, because it means like, okay, you want to transform, you will get more power, but it's up to you to maintain it. So like, if you want to transform, good for you, but let's see how long you can stay transformed and how long you can maintain it. Because if you get really good at Xenoverse, and if you like learn how to maintain the transformations and stuff like that, then you should be set, because also that would help you with your skill factor, because with transformations you can't just pull out as many supers as you can if you were in your base form. You would have to like go out, you would have to maintain your ki, you would have to learn how to manage it more, you would have to learn how to go in and do combos to keep it up, you would have to just learn how to maintain it to a point where you stay in the transformation state, so I really like how they're doing it.
Also, how would they, like, I think it should be, I like the way it was in Budokai 3, and I think it should be that way, because that actually took skill, especially in Xenoverse when you're going to be using a lot of ki. I think Budokai 3 was a perfect example, like how if you transformed and you had these small bars that would deplete as you fight and whatever, and the big bars would only deplete once you use all of it up. but they would stay the same, and you had to charge it. I like that, but also, how are they gonna do that with Cell and Frieza and Majin Buu? Because if they
See,
that seems like
that's exactly the question they asked him in a Shonen Games interview. They was talking about how the Super Saiyans had, well, transformations like Super Saiyan had until you ran out of ki. And they were asking how are they going to do permanent transformations like Frieza and Cell, and they said they can't reveal that yet. I'm guessing it's not finished, or if I'm not sure.
I think they should last the whole battle. Because if they don't,
Yeah.
that's really underpowering people like Frieza and Cell.
And
it
I
doesn't
also
give you a chance to fight back.
Sure.
I also think they're gonna be like Super Saiyans, where you choose either you want to go second form, third form, fourth form, or I don't think it's gonna be like you can go second form and then you can go third form and then you can go fourth form and that just lasts the whole battle. I think you're only gonna be able to go like one form.
Oh yeah, I remember that because remember how in Budokai 3 and I think in Burst Limit 2 where it was like you just instead of having the Tenkaichi games if you were Frieza Cell you'd have to transform form by form. You could just go depending on how much energy you had. You could just go like, hey, you know what? Let's say you're Cell and you're in your first form. You have like like I don't know, like 3-4 bars of energy. You'd be like, hey, I want to go to my third form. Boom, I can go there. Like you have like all amount of energy. It's like, you know what, I want to get a huge power boost. So you can go to your final form. So like, I'm thinking that I like how they would do it to where you could just skip transformations because having to maintain your energy and have to go form by form by form over and over was kind of annoying if you were like someone like Cell or Frieza. A lot of the time in the battle, and it wasn't like a lot of it, but it would take up like it was kind of like a little time waster to like have to sit there and watch the cutscene of them transforming from like all the forms instead of just being able to go from one to the other in like a split second.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, what was that?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I also like the way that the key is gonna be managed in Xenoverse because I feel like it's gonna be a lot more balanced in this game because I remember in Budokai 3 it was pretty balanced, but the thing was if you were fighting someone like Vegito or a Mega Shenron or like Kid Buu or something like that, it was a little hard to fight them because they would start the fight with like full energy and they had like all of the long bars instead of the short bars that would like take longer to charge. So they would charge faster than you and their energy would like always go up a lot quicker. So it was kind of harder to fight them. But with Xenoverse, like the way you kind of level up and like how everyone's key is like, it depends on how many bars there are instead of how fast it goes and like all this stuff and like who has max in the beginning because I like how the way it just, the key kind of goes for everybody, but it depends on the person who's playing as that character to maintain it the way that how they do in battle and depends on the outcome from that.
See, I sort of like both versions of that because one is sticking true to what people think should be the case, and one is trying to balance it out for it to be a fighter, like a hardcore fighter. So the way it was in Budokai 3, like you said, how Kid Buu and Vegito had the long bars, I think that's really showing how powerful they are. But I honestly think that, like you said, Xenoverse's way of doing it is better. But I still think certain characters should have more advantages over some other characters, such as Kid Buu should have a speed boost over, I want to say, Yamcha. He should have an indefinite speed boost over him.
Yeah.
Even though in Dimps games, Yamcha is a beast.
In every game, Yamcha is a beast. What are you
talking about? Yeah. That's true, though. Like, I also like that about the Dimps games, which is why I'm not concerned about who's going to be good or bad in this game, because with the Dimps games, I liked how everyone was, like, everyone was good. Like, there wasn't anyone that was too slow or anyone that was, like, their moves just sucked, they didn't do any damage. Like, everyone was good. It just depended on how the person would master them and how they would use them in battle. Like everyone was pretty fast in the Dimps games. Like, I remember, like, people like Broly or Raccoon would be somewhat slow in the Spike games and stuff, but in the Dimps games, they would be just around the same speed as everyone else and stuff. So I like how they're doing that.
I didn't like that because Broly Broly, that was an understatement because Broly was actually pretty fast. But definitely Raccoon, he should have been slower. But I don't think he should have been slow as he was in the Spike games like Budokai Tenkaichi. And how they made,
that's yeah.
like they made Gogeta like extremely fast, and
That
I was
is
like, why?
That's true. Like that's kind of like what I'm saying. Like I'm saying is like how kind of you said it. Like how Raccoon shouldn't be like super fast. Like I'm not saying like Raccoon. Yeah, like basically Raccoon shouldn't be like really fast or anything. Or like he should either have like somewhat slower of a decent speed or just like a little slower. But I don't want him to be like really slow how he was in the Spike games because the slow characters were like really annoying to play as because it took a little longer to do combos and it was kind of annoying to stand there and watch them like take their time landing blows and stuff. But and also I don't want them to make any characters too fast except for maybe like Birder because that would be kind of understandable. But
I hate that
I don't want
he's
to.
nowhere near the fastest in the universe.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the reason I hated that.
But I mean, I kind of liked how they did it though because they made him really fast, but like his attacks didn't really do that much damage.
Yeah, but they
at least not in all of them.
They kept you flinched, which was the key.
What I remember in the Shonen Games interview and in a screenshot that we seen about a month or two back, they were showing. I don't think we talked about this last time. But they were showing how you could explore in certain stages during the story mode. So is it going to be, like, I know you can explore and fight in Toki City, and we've seen that you can, what's it called, explore in West City, and are we going to be able to do that in all stages? Is it going to be kind of like how Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games do it, where, talk to someone, like you explore around the stage, and then once you talk to someone, like, or if you get to like a certain destination, that's when you begin to fight? Or is it going to be, something just different where you can only explore certain stages? Because to be honest, I'd love to, like run around in the Cell games. That'd be really cool.
The Dragonball universe? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Like,
for me, that seemed very like it gets old really quickly to me, and I think it's just me because everyone else seems to get a kick out of it. But me, I'm more of the person where I like jumping right into the action. So running around over and over again to different parts of the map gets really repetitive to me, and I get really annoyed by it.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was saying. I don't know, like, because I know Toki City, by the looks of it, is going to be like really big. And, well, not like really like huge, but, it's going to be a pretty decent size, and it's going to take you a few minutes to run around, like the entire map. So, like, are some stages going to be, like, smaller than others? Or, like I said, is it just going to be certain stages that you can walk around in? Or if you want to, you can, like, you don't have to explore? Or what? Because I know neither in the network test or the TGS footage did we see you can fly. But we've seen that you can jump, and that doesn't really help much. But, I mean,
I'm
it's
sure
cool
you can.
to be in there.
I'm sure you'll be able to do all that.
Also, one of the screenshots, we saw Yamcha in West City, and you were talking to him. So will that mean you can travel outside of Toki City?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was talking about how he was, running around talking to Yamcha. Or, now that I think about it, maybe that was just like how it was in the network test. Remember how on Kami's Lookout, after you beat, like, the certain people, you would, like, walk around the stage as you please. And then, like, sometimes there'd be an unknown character there. Is that how it is? Or is it, like, are you just walking around talking to Yamcha? I'm not sure.
So, what are you guys excited about the created characters for?
Just to be able to just do whatever with your character, especially the Super Saiyans, and be able to, the Boos, and just a bunch of characters.
For me, I'm not really, like, I'm sort of 50-50 on it, maybe 75% hype for the character creation.
Why do you think that?
I think it's mainly because I'm so original. Like I want to be. I don't really want to look forward to being something I'm not. But the only thing that's keeping me hyped for it is, firstly, I get to level up my character. That's another plus.
Yeah, that's fun.
And also, that creates more fan fictions. So.
I just. Yeah, you can go.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
You can go.
Well, I was saying how, like, the part that I'm looking forward to is that you can. It's kind of like how they said in the trailer, you can you can kind of reinvent yourself like into their world. So like I like how that can go because you can kind of make it like it can kind of feel like it's you fighting with them, and also you can make all these kind of fan fictions and all these other things with the story and mess around with it how you would want to, and even with like other characters and stuff. Like on the site that Rhymestyle made, the Naruto TGS, like there are already people going around telling their fan fictions, drawing designs and stuff for their characters in Xenoverse and what they want them to look like, and what kind of story they want them to do, who they want to train with, what kind of moves they'll want to learn and master. And so I think that's really cool too. And plus with the level up system, it's literally your character getting stronger. So, you know, that gives it like a huge amount of replay value. And I just really like how they're doing that. Like it just really feels like it's you playing with them, but also I'm not going to be playing as my character like 100% of the time because I'm also going to, because I like to play like fighting games and I like to master like the other people in the games. So there are going to be times when I'm going to be like, hey, I'll spend this week like, you know, trying to master Yamcha, or this week trying to master Jace, or this week trying to master Goku, or just playing with them, seeing how they play, see how they work out, kind of master other different things, like, you know, just keeping it like an old school Dragon Ball Z game at times, but also keeping it what it's intended for and to make it like your character going around and kind of you being a part of the game, you know?
I think I'll find myself...
That's what's funny.
Oh, go ahead. I'm talking enough.
You can go.
What I was saying, like Dr.Love was saying, it's basically like you get to live DBZ. Like you put yourself in DBZ. And like I said in the audio I recorded for my next video earlier, like they said, this game is trying to revolutionize DBZ games. And I think with this character creation, since we're finally getting a proper character creator, I think from now on, DBZ games should have that as an option. You know, maybe not have the story revolve around your created character all the time, but, you know, have it so that you, if you want to, you can create a character and do whatever you want with it. But I'm really excited to make my created character how I want to make them. And like Dr. Love was saying, I'm going to try to, you know, get used to each character and see how differently they fight. But unlike him, most of the time, I'm going to be with my created character so I can, like, level up and get new items and stuff for them. But, you know, I'm really liking the way they're headed with this character creator, and I hope they can add it back in more DBZ games and maybe improve upon it each time.
Yep.
I think I'll find myself playing as the actual Z characters or the GT characters more than I will play as my created character.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Like, I can totally understand that.
Yeah,
I totally
kind of get
the people.
Yeah, it'll kind of get annoying at some point. Like you get bored of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, playing with the same character over and over.
Yeah,
that's true. Like, there's going to be some times when I want to go up to people and do, like, a Wolf Fang Fist as Yamcha. Or sometimes, like, I don't always want to be, like, just me fighting with them. Because I'll be already used to my character. And I'll be like, hey, I want to, like, one day I'll just be like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to take a break from my character. Let's just do a fight with me as, like, I don't know, Teen Gohan. Let's just do, like, a random 2v2 with me. I'll be Teen Gohan. I'll fight with Frieza. And I'll go against, I don't know, like, Nappa and, Cell, second form or something. Like, you know, I want to be able to use other characters and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to just be as my character all the time. But, I mean, I don't know this for certain, but I think that you should be able to make more than one created character.
You are.
But even still, yeah, because I'm pretty sure you are going to be able to. But even still, like, just being your created character all the time and having all those other characters that you used your time to unlock just sitting there would feel kind of like a waste.
Yeah.
So I would just also want to use my time to mess around with them and master their techniques as well too.
Yep.
So how do you guys feel about the transformation? Because I don't want to call them cutscenes. I want to call them your type cutscenes because they only appear as a cutscene for you. So how do you guys feel about like the actual animations for them? Because I know Goku's, I don't really feel happy about that one. Vegeta's I really like. So how do you guys feel about them? Do you think they should be different?
I mean, for Xeno, go ahead.
No, I'm good for now. I'm gonna think about my answer for a little bit. You can go.
Okay, well, I think they work fine for Xenoverse because, like I was saying earlier, whenever you do something, whether it's a transformation, whether it's a super ultimate, whenever you do something, when you're doing that, it's not a cutscene, but you know how it's in real time. So, like, you leave yourself open. So for Xenoverse to make it quick and to the point like that, you know, I think that'll work fine. And, I mean, for other games, it really wouldn't be all that spectacular. But for Xenoverse, I think if they're trying to keep the game snappy and to the point and not leave you open for too long, because you can also cancel transformations. I know when I was doing Kaioken in the network test, sometimes people would hit me, and that would, like, cancel my transformation. So to keep them quick like that, I think that really works.
I like the transformations how they are. Like, I think that, like, kind of what BlackSuperSaiyan said, for this game, I feel like it works the way that they're doing it. But if it were something like Raging Blast or, like, Burst Limit or something like that, I don't think it would work as well, just because those games kind of, like, revolved around cutscenes in some ways. Burst Limit, not as much as Raging Blast, but even still, you guys kind of, you know, I think you guys understand what I mean by that. But either way, like, I feel like they work for this game. But even still, it's more like you kind of have to be, strategic with it. Because I like it a little better in this game because I didn't like how in Raging Blast or like Tenkaichi, like, somewhat you could literally just about to do an ultimate to someone, and then just as like kind of like a thing to like they would be like, oh, well, you're about to hit me with that? Oh, I don't think so. And then they would like just transform. And you would have to sit there for a few seconds and wait for them to finish, and then they would, bless you, and then they would finish, and then, you know, it was kind of like, I just like how it's just real time now, and plus for like local multiplayer matches, since the screen isn't split, and it's just like, there's no lock-on bar or anything, it's just like, you know, kind of like the Naruto, it looks like kind of like
Naruto
a little like Budokai and Burst Limit and Naruto games, a little mixed together, but like how Xenoverse looks. And it's just, you know, so when someone transforms, they're just going to transform right there on the spot. Oh. It's not going to be like a zoom in on them and like a cutscene, like a, well, not cutscene, but like a little your cutscene thing, you know. Like, I don't know, I just really like how they're doing it. But some of the animations, I think they're good. Could have been a little more cool, like DBZ spectacular looking, but they're not bad by any means. So, I mean, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, the only one I've seen so far that I actually have a problem with, because that's the only one we've seen so far besides Vegeta, is Goku's. I think him crouching on the ground is a little too generic. I thought they would do something like, maybe for him going Super Saiyan, have him huffing and puffing and like busting his shoulders up like how he did against Frieza. I think that would have been cool. And like
that would have been really cool.
Any other things?
Guys, what do you think's gonna be in the improvements for I mean, not improvements, but the differences between Xbox One and PS4 and, well, I mean, the later gen consoles, you know what I mean?
I think
I'm glad you brought this up because I would have been mad if I would have forgotten it.
Yeah.
The main difference between the systems, I think I've heard them say this, is mainly going to be the graphics and the cell shading. And they said PS4 will have the best cell shading, and that kind of ticked me off, mainly because if you look at the PC requirements for Xenoverse, they're very
they're kind of low. They're kind of low.
Yeah, that's true.
They are so low, like my laptop could run them, and it's pretty sad.
Yeah, I think for the PC they're gonna give them the PS3, Xbox 360 version, which kind of sucks.
Exactly.
Because I mean, The PC is more powerful than the Xbox One and PS4 if you put the right rigs in it. So to have it run that low, I mean,
I thought they would at least give us like the PS4, the Xbox 360, Xbox One port. And if they give us the PS3 port or the Xbox 360 port and just cap it at 30 frames, that's gonna be pretty sad. I'm gonna be disappointed.
That's also... Go ahead.
I thought they would give us like the PS4 port or something.
Yeah, but like maybe I feel a little bit like they're doing this for the sake of being safe with it, because if you guys remember how Ninja Storm 3 ran on PC, how like everyone was all hyped for it, but it ran so bad on PC.
I had no problem with it.
Like I remember like I didn't have it, but I played it at my friend's house a few times, and like it would always crash. Some of the frames would always it would lose frames all the time and all that stuff. But then again, depending on like how powerful your PC is, I feel like they're doing this more so that it won't strain the PC as much. But at the same time, it's like if you want to give the fans the best experience that they can possibly get, especially for the system that can run way better than any of the other ones, I feel like you should give them that best experience. Or at least the option.
Like, because I know Naruto has graphics options, and you can turn them all the way down. It looks like crap, but you can turn them all the way down. You could turn them down, and everyone's tenfold better. Like, I remember turning it down one time just so I could test around with it, like mess around with it, and it felt great. Like, there were no drop frames or anything. Like, it felt spectacular. But me,
I think that's gonna. I think that's how they're going to do it for optimization purposes. Because, you know, with the lower-end PCs, I've seen the minimum requirements for it. And for, like, the low-end PCs that they have like that, I think if you put it on the lowest settings, you know, it's going to run okay. Kind of, you know, it's going to be optimized, like, great for it. And you're going to be able to run it. It's just not going to be graphically as impressive as, you know, someone with a higher PC that could maybe change the options to the highest settings and have it run maybe even better than the PS4 and Xbox One.
And I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Yep.
Yeah, so would I. Because, like, I'm supposed to get a new laptop for Christmas this year because my other laptop, it could run a few games pretty well. Like, it wasn't, like, the greatest in the world, but it was pretty decent for what it was. But it, like, broke in, like, January or something, and I was supposed to getting a new one. And I'm planning on also getting Xenoverse for that. But, like, I don't know. I just want to I just want it to feel like it's going to be at least the best quality that it can be for that system for when I bring it around, or at least for what that system can hold, or at least to be able to, like, in comparison to, like, I don't want it to be like I'm playing it on a PC but I'm comparing it to like a 360 and a PS3. I want to be like I'm playing it on a PC and I'm comparing it to the PS4 and Xbox One.
Yes.
But I'm saying it like on my PC, it's like greater in what it should be handling. Because as we all know, like even for the people who play on consoles more, I personally play on consoles more. One of the main reasons because my laptop, I don't have a laptop at the moment, but the PC is way more powerful than consoles. It can handle more. The frame rate, depending on how powerful the person's computer is, would be like spectacular. But so like even still, I don't know. I feel like they're just playing it safe, but at the same time, I feel like they should at least give the option to run it like and make it look really gorgeous, even more gorgeous than the PS4, and run way better than it could like any day, you know?
Yeah. So this video is actually 30-something minutes long. So I really hope to be doing one of these discussions a little sooner than last time because these discussions are actually pretty fun. Even though
I got another topic, but I can save it for next time. So yeah, I'll make sure to write it down.
So yeah, hopefully we get some better news next time. Not the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta pre-order thing. That was really disappointing. Also, I hope they release some information about the PC and give us some PC gameplay or something, just so we can get a gist of how it will look or how it will play on PC. So yeah, my name is Platinum TX, and I was joined here by
Everything Anime Z.
and
Black Super Saiyan, Mr. AKA.
and Dr. Love 307.
Yep. See you guys later.
Peace.
All right.